Welcome back. I've got a review today for the new King Kong Skull Island movie. Checked that out yesterday, and I was definitely looking forward to it. Of course, if anybody's seen my collection overviews, the first video I covered all the Godzilla movies. So I grew up with giant monster movies and love them to death. So I was kind of looking. I was definitely looking forward to seeing this, but also I had a lot of trepidation because um, I don't know if you guys have encountered this or feel the same way, but with a lot of today's action-oriented movies, particularly in the superhero genre, it's a lot of safe action, but it's really neutered. I mean, there's nothing's going to happen to the main characters. A lot of things are going to get blown up, and it's going to have great eye candy visuals. But as far as tension or empathizing with the characters because something might happen to them, nothing's going to happen to these people. It's action for the sake of action. It's very safe and comic bookish, if you will. So that was one concern, and then the other concern I had was John C. Reilly. When I saw he was in it and I saw just little snippets, I thought, well, I mean, here we go. We're going to get a comic bookish, comic relief. I mean, I like John C. Reilly. He's hilarious. I loved him in Talladega Nights. I thought he was great in Boogie Nights. But his casting made me have the assumption that, well, what we're going to get is a bunch of safe CGI action with a lot of interspersed comic relief with John C. Reilly. Well, those assumptions, preconceived notions, were immediately dispelled in the first, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 minutes. This King Kong movie doesn't play, and this King Kong was not your grandpa's King Kong. Uh, he's the real deal, and it's a very violent film. Uh, Very, very beautiful. I mean, it is the visuals and the eye candy that I thought I was going to get. I got that times 10. I mean, the on-set locations it was shot in Vietnam, Australia, Hawaii, and it looked like some of the rainforest type scenery from in Australia, particularly. It was just beautiful to look at, and the CGI was tremendous. I mean, King Kong has never looked better, in my opinion. Um, the CGI worked on all levels, whether it's the King Kong itself, the monsters, or the monster battles. It just worked on so many levels. Um, and it really brought me back to the glory golden days of, when you're a kid, when you first get to see or experience King Kong or a new Godzilla movie that's come out. Um, that feeling of novelty and that you get as a kid watching these kind of horror movies came right back watching King Kong Skull Island. So it was a lot of fun, great movie. Definitely highly suggest you go see it. It was they spent like $185 million on it. I think already box office wise, their North American box office, they're already at that number. So the movie should do well. I hope it does well. There's a little vignette at the end that kind of teases you about the next movie coming up, which will be, uh, I guess it's going to be Godzilla versus King Kong, which should be just awesome. Uh, so if you go see it, make sure you stick around to the very end to make sure you catch that. So yeah, I can't recommend King Kong Skull Island enough. Um, and I thought that actually let me finish with because I kind of threw some shade at John Riley and I need to fix that. Characterization wise, he was the best thing in the movie. Everybody else was pales in comparison from a acting performance standpoint. John C. Riley carried the human side of the storyline and the film itself. He was fantastic. Um, so I take my hat off to him. Um, I thought that the other I guess, the other characters and casting decisions. Huddleston and Samuel L. Jackson. You could have probably picked anybody and inserted them as the character and got the same result. So I mean, characterization wise, there's not a lot much going on as far as characterization. This is about King Kong, the monster, the battles, uh, with the exception of John C. Reilly. I thought he was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So highly recommended King Kong Skull Island. Go see it and support it, and let's get some more in here. I definitely look forward to King Kong versus Godzilla. That's going to be epic, I would think. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.